Police tonight say a 15-year-old boy has died after being shot in the leg. It happened at 7 o'clock tonight on Bank Court near North 30th Street in the Portland neighborhood. When police officers got there, they found a teenage boy believed to be 15 years old suffering from being shot in the leg. Police a little while ago said he was taken to the hospital but then died shortly after arriving. The LMPD homicide unit is now investigating this case in Portland. And now another breaking story on News Since 6, the potential job cuts listed ahead of a major JCPS school board meeting coming tomorrow night. A new organizational chart released by JCPS today is outlining the job cuts from the central office. The chart shows what positions are most likely to be chopped as Superintendent Brian Yearwood's proposal addresses the $188 million budget deficit. He has said at least 300 jobs are in focus for cuts or reorganization from the central office. Coverage from WHAS11 News right here tomorrow night at the meeting and on WHAS11.com. Hi, everybody. Good to be with you on this very busy Monday night. I'm Doug Prophet. Also new tonight, the rescue of a little boy a month ago in southern Jefferson County is just now coming to light. Police have released the incredible body camera video of a very loud, determined, and concerned furry friend who they trusted and followed right to where they needed to be just in time.
Anytime you have a kid that young, you're fearful.
A missing 3-year-old boy called into police, the 3900 block of Altair Lane in Okolona, Wednesday, January 7th. This video from Officer Josh Thompson's body camera and his interview conducted by Metro Police. Metro Police officers arrive in big numbers, along with their helicopter and drone team.
He gets a drone up.
I'm just going to start walking. He's got to be close. He can't run that fast.
A homeowner tells them the little boy is across the street.
There's some spots where a kid may be.
And then a 4-legged messenger suddenly appears out of nowhere.
As I'm walking to the front, the craziest thing happened. There's a dog, starts walking with me. And at first, you don't know about dogs. You don't know where the dog's from, so I'm kind of being a little leery of the dog.
The friendly dog will not leave the officer's view.
Let's go find him. Come on, let's go.
And then I make a gesture on body cam. It was kind of funny. I guess I'm a dog guy, right? So I'm like, hey, let's go find this kid. And the dog immediately spins, runs off the front porch, and is leading me back to the backyard of this house.
What? Show me. Let's go.
And it led me all the way back to the backyard. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, this kid's in this backyard.
Police notice the door of the house is open. They check it out.
Dog came to the front porch, and as we're exiting, the dog ran right back to the car.
And then the miracle, with the help of the happy dog who resembles one legendary collie from TV history.
And I just gave him the yank motion, and he yanked, and I pulled that door open quickly, and I don't think I've ever seen a happier kid in my life. He jumped out of the car, bear hugged my neck, and wouldn't let go.
Good job, buddy. Lassie. Lassie, man.
Follow me. Man, that dog was sent from somewhere else, man. I've never seen a dog before. I've not seen it since in the neighborhood. I patrolled the neighborhood for 2 years. And I don't know where the dog came
from. Lassie, we all love Lassie. Officer Thompson, by the way, said he believes the dog was a blessing from God that day. Police say the little boy was quickly reunited with his family. Tonight, it is a first. The aging and troubled Dosker Manor towers and housing complexes are all vacant tonight. They are sitting empty after nearly 60 years. WHS 11 Team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Aspen Hester talked with one woman who lived there and right here for 10 years. She couldn't wait to get out.
Dosker Manor, 17 stories tall and now 58 years old, for the first time sitting vacant.
Having that U-Haul back up, and you putting all your stuff on there, and then in the rear view mirror, I looked back and I said, thank you, Jesus. Now I'm going home.
The memory of driving away for good from the downtown complex, filled with rodents, bed bugs, and leaks. Angeletta Johnson joined the nearly 600 other residents who were moved out of Dosker Manor by the Louisville Metro Housing Authority and into better housing, leaving behind a place Johnson lived for 10 years.
The tiles have fallen from the ceiling and water's dripping from the ceiling, brown water.
But didn't consider home.
You know, that was supposed to be my sacred place.
I heard about deplorable living conditions. I heard about loneliness. I heard about fear. I heard about people dealing with things that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy.
LMHA Executive Director Elizabeth Strojan announced nearly 2 years ago the city's plans to relocate every resident to other metro housing complexes.
It was complicated because of the housing market in Louisville, where we don't have enough safe, decent, quality, affordable housing for the lowest income Louisvillians.
LMHA is now planning to develop a new 127-unit senior housing campus across the street from Dosker, with plans to demolish the former First Link grocery store this year.
We're not stopping there. We have a lot of work to do.
Over in Middletown,
I have family that comes here that refused to come to Dosker.
Johnson's new apartment, with a fish tank, a dinner table set for 4, and angels watching over her, serves as a reminder that it's not just a place she lives, but a place she calls home. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS11 night team, on your side.
Well, the new complex will be renamed May Street Village. Now, that's in honor of the civil rights leader and Kentucky Representative May Street Kidd, the first African-American woman to serve in the Kentucky State Legislature. Part of this complex will include the Miller, a mixed-income housing primarily for seniors. It'll have a fitness center, a business center, community room, and walking path around a courtyard. Happening in Frankfort and only on the night team for you tonight, preschool could be one less cost for Kentuckians with new legislation introduced today. Senate Democrats filing 2 bills aimed at expanding access to preschool education, building off Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear's Pre-K for All initiative. Now, the first bill, Senate Bill 165, establishes a phased approach to universal preschool access for all 4-year-olds by the 2034-35 school year, while Senate Bill 166 actually expands eligibility for families earning 250% above the poverty level.
This is not an expense. It's an investment. Over time, expanded pre-K access is projected to grow Kentucky's workforce by up to 70,000 people. Children do not get do-overs, and that places a great responsibility on us to get it right the first time.
Funding for the legislation would come from gambling profits in Kentucky. Kentucky Republicans have repeatedly dismissed prior proposals on this. However, several GOP lawmakers, including the House Speaker, are co-sponsoring a bill aimed to modernize Kentucky's child care regulations. New details now to a story we first reported exclusively Friday night right here on the night team. Outrage and a call to publish the records of local judges. It comes after a judge trims the sentence of a convicted rapist by more than half. Ian Hardwitt following up today. The judge said Christopher Thompson fell through the cracks.
Regardless of what the media thinks, regardless of what anybody thinks, I apply the law. I do not judge people before they walk before me.
Christopher Thompson came before Judge Tracy Davis, who cut his 65-year sentence for kidnapping, sexual assault, and robbery down to 30 years.
And I am beyond pissed that this judge did this, and what example does that set?
Councilwoman Crystal Bast represents the Pleasure Ridge Park neighborhood. That's where Thompson kidnapped a woman, then raped and robbed her at gunpoint. In light of the lighter sentence,
we have asked for judicial transparency.
Metro Council Republican leader Anthony Piagentini says he'll publish a record of Jefferson County judges' decisions on a website.
We're going to be asking questions of the clerk of the court, get the data, and then get it out to the voters.
Davis, elected to her seat on the bench, had the authority to cut down the sentence.
Unfortunately, he fell through the cracks.
The judge said Thompson never had mental health or anger management treatment.
I truly hope that you get what you need while incarcerated.
At his sentencing, Thompson says he didn't commit the crime. However, LMPD connected him to it with DNA evidence. He's being held here at the Louisville Metro Department of Corrections, where he's been charged with choking an officer. That was before his sentencing. Reporting in Louisville, Ian Hardwitt for the WHAS 11 night team, on your side.
Christopher Thompson was also charged with contempt of court for the vulgar comments he made right to the judge and the prosecutor. For that, he was given about 4.5 years of extra prison time. Well, don't go to bed just yet. The night team has a lot more news ahead. The second ransom deadline for Nancy Guthrie passed Just hours as Savannah Guthrie is asking the public for help in a new message. The governor on The View, he says on the popular ABC talk show, it's time to fire Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. And it's the great meltdown of 2026, replacing the winter storm. The melting started today, the warmest day we've had in nearly 3 weeks. That's later, coming your way on the 19th.
And after a day of melting, we could see a few slick spots tonight as temperatures refreeze outside of the city. But even warmer weather is on the way tomorrow. I'll let you know just how high those temperatures will rise and when rain returns. That's coming up after the break. Here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $366 million. Powerball, $113 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky